Hello, manifestors. So, how do we manifest? I decided to make this video today because after a post on my Instagram this past week, I've noticed from the comments that I got that so many people are very confused still about how we manifest. And maybe that's why there are so many people after their manifestation. So, if you want to have a clear idea of how we manifest and stop listening to bad advice that's not going to help you to manifest, then stay tuned all the way to the end of this video and you can do whatever you want with that information, but you will know how we manifest once and for all. So like I said, after I posted this post on Instagram, I got some very interesting replies. And the reason I did is that there are so many different teachings out there. But a lot of times those teachings don't explain to you the whole thing. So you have coaches that will tell you, you need to affirm, you need to affirm, you need to affirm. But why? They don't tell you why. Why do they want their audience to affirm? Isn't it to make them feel a certain way, right? Why would you affirm, I am in a relationship, I am in a relationship, I am in a relationship? Are you affirming so someone can hear you out there and give you that relationship? Or are you affirming so you can feel that you are in a relationship? You see, if anyone tells you that affirming while you are in a complete opposite state, but you keep affirming that you are something that you feel that you're not, if anyone is teaching you that this is going to work, this is why I have had clients that had been affirming for months on end and even years. And what happened? Well, they still didn't have their desires, right? And I'm one of them. Back in the days when I used to affirm, I have money, I have money, I have money, I didn't have any money. Because if affirmations alone would manifest, wow, I would have been a millionaire. I had affirmed about being wealthy, being abundant, having money, you name it, for several years. But did my financial situation change? No, because I had never shifted my state. When did the money start to come in? When I started to shift. So now if you want to use affirmations for years until it convinces you, well, feel free. Use affirmations for a few years, for a few months, until it starts convincing you if it does. And if it does, well, go for it. But there are much better and faster ways to manifest, guys. So I'm going to read you my post on Instagram and some of the comments I got. And it's not to criticize the comments. It's just that we can all learn from them. And if you are confused about how we manifest, you will have a better idea by the end of this video. So my post was the following. Affirmations don't manifest. It's the feeling that manifests. Use affirmations only if they help you get into the feeling/assumption. Don't use affirmations to manifest something or someone, especially if you would not affirm such a thing if you already had it. Because if you do, it's only confirmation that you don't have it. When I post something like this, it's not that I just woke up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to say this because it sounds good, it sounds whatever, right? When I write a post, it's usually based on my years of experience for myself and as a coach. And I have spoken by now to hundreds, maybe now into the thousands of people. So I know, right, from experience what's going on. And what I'm saying here, it's what's going on from real people. And that's why I wrote such a post. So now let's see what type of comments I got, especially the most interesting ones. So someone says something here interesting. That is strange, as I manifested my SP by using SP affirmations only. Please, could you explain why affirmations shouldn't be used when manifesting an SP? That sounds like a limiting belief to me. So I replied, I am not saying that affirmations shouldn't be used. I'm explaining what manifest. That's different, right? And why so many people who have been affirming for months and years are still after their desires. So if this person says that she manifested her SP using affirmations only, I believe her. But it's only because by affirming repetitively, she somehow managed to believe it. Right? She somehow managed to be in that state. Okay, I have my SP. But what about the other hundreds of people or more, maybe thousands out there, that keep on affirming, but somehow they can't manage to shift into believing it? Well, those are the people that come to me after having affirmed for so many months and years sometimes, guys. I'm not lying to you. Months and years, and they still don't have a single movement. They still don't have anything, and I have been there. So when that happens, it's that somehow your affirmations have not synced in, because that is not the affirmation that manifests. If the affirmation manifested on its own, without believing, without anything, then everybody, every single person could be speaking to you right now and saying, yes, I didn't believe a thing about what I was saying, but I manifested it. But this is not the case, guys. People can't say that because that's not how it works, period. Wouldn't you rather have something that never fails when it comes to manifesting, rather than betting on affirmations that may work for a very small percentage of people, but not for most of them? And then this person says, she added another comment, also, affirmations are the same as thoughts and inner conversation. How would you impress your subconscious mind that you are married to your SP if you never affirm that you are? Well, there are many ways to do that, but let's not even talk about this. And obviously, this person doesn't know the teaching of Neville Goddard, which is really the law of assumption teaching. And obviously, she doesn't know that teaching at all, because otherwise, she wouldn't ask that question at all. So, what I replied to this person, your thoughts and inner conversations, you do believe them, don't you? Your thoughts and inner conversations, the ones that come naturally, you believe them. But the thing is, most people don't believe their affirmations. And it's actually the very reason why they feel the need to affirm in the first place. And what happens when they do that? Well, they keep on affirming from an opposite state. So saying that your thoughts and inner conversations are affirmations, yes, you could say that they are. But the difference is that you believe those already. You believe them, you feel them, you know them. The ones that come naturally, I mean. Those you already believe, you already feel them true. So there's a big difference between this and the affirmations that you do not believe, that you do not feel true, that you are forcing yourself to say from another state, from an opposite state. The thing is that your natural inner conversations and thoughts, they are coming from the states that you are already in. So they are natural, they feel natural, and of course they manifest. The problem is that for people who never manage to believe those affirmations of theirs, they never replace the inner conversations and thoughts that they have naturally. And this is the problem with affirmations for most people. Do affirmation work for some people? Yes, most definitely. But by all means, not for most of us. As a matter of fact, in cases like this, it tends to create even more resistance. And this is why you hear people say, when I affirm, I get anxious. Because their affirmations, instead of replacing the inner conversations and thoughts, they are making the person even more aware that they don't have what they are affirming that they do. So, for example, let's say you are broke and you are affirming, I am abundant, I am wealthy, I have plenty of money, and so on and so forth. In the back of your mind, there is that voice that says, no, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. And this is when you have people say, when I affirm, I get anxious. Every time I read or hear someone in the manifesting community telling me, every time I affirm, I get anxious, or I get nervous, or I get angry even, I've read them all, this is what it's happening. It's that the affirmation, instead of helping, it's actually making the person more aware that they are not what they are affirming that they are. If I keep on affirming, my SP loves me, my SP loves me, my SP loves me, and I haven't heard from them in 2 years, what is it going to do? It's going to confirm that they're not here. People who are rich, do they say, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich? Do they say that every day? No, they don't. People who are in a relationship, do they say, I am in a relationship, I am in a relationship, I am in a relationship? No, they don't. So this is why most people who are affirming something that they are not, it's a confirmation that they are not. Because I promise you that the moment that they are that, they're going to stop to affirm it. And this is why affirmations, if they work for you, if you manage to believe them, please by all means use them. Always use what works for you. But if it doesn't, and that's the people I'm talking to here, if it doesn't, this is the reason why it doesn't. You are creating more of a confirmation that you are not, or that you have not, what you are affirming that you are or that you have. Now, everything that I just said, based on my own experience and that of many, did Neville talked about this? I wonder if he did. Well, I think he did. Let's see what he says in his book, At Your Command. You do not command things to appear by your words or loud affirmations. Such vain repetition is more often than not confirmation of the opposite. You see, he didn't say always. Like I just said, for some people, affirmations may work, and perfect if they do. But he said more often than not, meaning for most people. Exactly what I have noticed myself. Isn't it amazing? Every time we go to Neville's teaching, we find the truth, because this guy just taught the truth. Let's not forget that Neville was teaching the least resistance, right? The least resistant way for you to manifest anything that you want. So if affirmations had been the easiest one, he would have said, well, just say it and you'll manifest it. But he didn't. And now, the de la creme comment that I got under my Instagram post is this one. Affirmations do manifest even if you don't believe them. Feelings don't manifest. And then this person mentioned 2 YouTubers who are actually teaching that. And I feel that this is the type of teaching that confuses people so much. Because not only they're saying, well, you just say something, even if you don't believe it, it's gonna manifest. Okay. The chances are what, 50-50 at best, and most likely much worse than that. And only if you are completely detached, by the way. If it's anything that you're really attached to, forget about it. It's not gonna work at all. But on top of that, they are teaching their audience that feeling doesn't manifest. And this is because they don't understand what feeling is. When Neville said, the time it takes your assumption to become fact, your desire to be fulfilled, is directly proportionate to the naturalness of your feeling of already being what you want to be, of already having what you desire. When he talked about feeling, he didn't mean emotion. Feeling it real doesn't mean to be emotional about something. Feeling it real is knowing. It's feeling natural about being who you want to be. So as an example, are you a mother? Are you a father? Are you a pet owner? Are you wealthy? Are you broke? Are you a woman? Are you a man? Are you married? Are you single? Everything that I've just mentioned, you feel it real. If you are a wife, you just feel it real. It's normal to you, right? It's natural to you. You are a wife. You are married. If you are a parent, a mother or a father, it feels natural. You have kids. All right. It's something that you feel real. You have kids. If you are a homeowner, it's natural to you. You own a house. This is what it means to feel it real. So saying that feeling don't manifest, I think that those dear coaches actually have not even understood what Neville meant by feeling. He absolutely didn't mean emotions. Emotions, they come and go. We have sometimes different emotions during the course of a day. Emotions, they don't last. What does last though is the feeling it real. That lasts all day. If you are a wife, that lasts all day. If you are wealthy, that lasts all day. If you are a pet owner, that lasts all day. Those feelings last all day. They are states, but they have nothing to do with emotions. You could be a wife and be sad today. You could be a wife and be angry today. You're still a wife. Angry, sad, happy, those are emotions. And as humans, we have different type of emotions all the time. And your emotions, they have nothing to do with your states. And yes, that's right, they don't manifest on their own. If you are in a particular state, that's the state that's going to be winning the game here. Your emotions within the state, they actually don't really matter at all. And that's what those coaches are completely confused about. They are confusing the state and the emotions. And they do not understand that when Neville said the feeling, he meant the state, not the emotions. So if you have been confused by people teaching such a craziness, such as saying that affirmations manifest whether or not you believe them, and that feeling don't manifest, they just don't even understand the law. They just don't understand the law. And maybe what they are doing work for them. because they have created some type of assumption that work for them. And I mentioned in one of my latest podcasts that assumptions, any assumption you create, will work for you. But they are talking to an audience that has a complete different assumption. So therefore, what they are teaching is not gonna work for them. Do you get that? It's important that you do. So to conclude this video, there is a much better way. Something that works every time. Not just sometime, not just 50% of the time at best. Something that works every time. To manifest your desire, you need to train yourself to feel it real from within. And the best way to do that is to imagine over and over that you are that person who has their desire. So instead of begging by affirming that you are, because to me, affirming almost sounds like begging sometimes. You feel it from within. Ask yourself the questions. How would I feel if I was married right now? And give it to yourself in imagination. Give it to the inner man. Feel what it would feel to be married right now. Imagine a scene that implies that you are married. Think about what you would be doing. Think about how you would be walking, how you would be talking. How would you be? Who would you be if you were married? And you do that for any desire you may have. You feel the feeling of being the person that you want to be. And trust me, people who have mastered that, they don't affirm anything anymore. So that's all for today, guys, because this video is already very long. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share, comment, and like the video if you liked it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.